Hello. So today's guest is Boosted Bob. I'll go ahead and let him fill you guys in on what he does in the car world when he gets on. I just spoke to him a few minutes ago, so he should be joining in just a minute. I think. Let me see. I may have to just reach out to him again. Let me see. Yeah, see. Just spoke with him a few minutes ago. So hey, I just spoke with him a few minutes ago, so he should be joining in just a minute. While we wait for him to join, let me let you guys know, if you are not already, I haven't. If you are not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure that you go do that right now. You can do that by clicking the link in my bio. My name is the same on all social media platforms. It's always Rise and Vibes. So you guys make sure you go tap in if you are not subscribed, and if you missed any of the past episodes, if you missed any of the past year's episodes, you're welcome. Go do that now. Let me see. Let me reach out to him again. I feel like there's some housekeeping. Oh, also, if you have been under a rock, you guys know that this weekend is DNL versus the world, and that's in Valdosta, Georgia. So let me go ahead and get Boosted Bob on. It looks like he just joined. I think I got him on. Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, man, I'm not going to do no complaining. It's not going to do one bit of good. Thank you, first of all, for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and speak with us. I really appreciate it. I know it's super busy time of year for you, but I just wanted to make sure that I got you on so we can chop it up for at least a little while.
All right, I appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. So first I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay?
All right.
All right, so for the people that have been under a rock, my questions are two. So the first thing is, tell me how you got started into being into cars and bikes and the car world. And then secondly, for, again, the people that have been under a rock, let them know what it is that you do in the car world.
All right, let's go back some years. Well, I pretty much always growing up being involved with cars, but here probably past 6 years, I'm really deep into the motorcycles. Past couple years, I got into the cars, started really liking the cars because there's more people, there's more competition. You know, it's a little more than the motorcycle world, and it's a lot more publicity. So that's why
Right.
I really recently started messing with the cars like that. But it all
Okay.
started with a friend that knew I love to gamble and love to just take risks, and he wanted me to go in with him with one of these motorcycles. We did it, and the rest is history, pretty much. We made history,
Okay.
we made a name, we built a brand, and now we're here.
All right, and for those that, like I said, don't know what it is that you do in the car world, let them know what it is. I know personally, but just let them know what it is that you do here in our culture.
Oh, well, I own a local track for some of the local people at Middle Georgia Sports Park, me and my brother,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much, I ain't gonna say exactly what I do in the car world, so I'm gonna keep that a secret.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna keep that a secret. I don't really want to tell that.
Okay. All right. So, being that you started with the bikes, what's the biggest difference that you see between the bikes and the cars?
Biggest difference? number of people involved. That's the number one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more people that love cars than they do bikes. A lot more fans. We don't really have a lot of fans. We have them, but most of our events are full of people that actually race and family members.
You think that's just because we're here on the East Coast, or do you think that is worldwide?
I think it's worldwide.
I
With
think,
grudge. Hold on. With grudge. Let's put it that
mm-hmm.
way. Because with the motorcycles, it's pretty much separated. You know, you have times and class, and then you have actual grudge. So I'm a grudge
Mm-hmm.
racer. So, now the class races and NHRA and TV, now that's a whole nother level. I ain't that deep. It's like having a pro mod.
Oh, you ain't getting it that deep.
No, I ain't doing that much.
So what type of bike did you start off on?
ZX14.
Okay.
Regardless.
And then you
And I'm
graduated
actually
to.
an owner. I'm actually an owner now. I don't ride them.
Really?
I haven't ride a
You don't ride a bike at all?
Yeah, I ride a bike. I got a Harley.
Uh-huh.
I ride bikes, but I don't race. I'm not racing. I mean, I might do a little something myself, but no, I ain't putting the suit on. I ain't doing none of that. I got a professional rider, Kill Bill, that rides all my machines.
Why? You think you scared to get on and ride it that fast?
I ain't gonna say scared. I just say the lack of knowledge of what to do if anything goes wrong in the split seconds that you have. That's what I'm scared of.
Gotcha. That makes sense. One of the guys, because I used to be like one of those people that bought into the theory that, like, okay, what's the purpose in building a car or building a bike and you not riding it? But one of the guys made perfect sense when he told me this. He said, having a driver, or having a jockey is like, if you don't have a jockey and you're not aware of how to ride or drive the same way that they do, it's like just excuse my language. It's like pissing in the wind.
Pissing in the wind, exactly. You wasting money.
Right.
You want your money and your machine to work to the best of its ability. In order to do that, you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing to get the max out of it. Anybody can go in there and play around, but is they gonna hold it all the way through? Is you gonna look in that ECU and see that they chopping throttle time they leave? If it wheelie, do they know how to catch a wheelie? Do they know how to get a spin out, pat the throttle? I mean, it's a lot of stuff. That happens in split seconds, and you ain't got no time to think about what I'm gonna do. Hell no, you better be doing it.
Right, exactly. Now, you spoke on the fact that you and your brother purchased the local track. What's one of the things that you never thought about before purchasing the track? Like when you visited the track, the biggest difference from you owning the track to you just being a patron at the track.
I would say I don't really think it was anything that surprised me that I really didn't expect. I don't think it was anything. Everything that really happened, I kind of expect, and it really was on us to prove everyone different. So I already expected the worst from the beginning. So there's nothing really surprised me that has happened there at all.
You expected the worst?
Yeah, I always come in expecting the worst, but I knew what I was capable of doing. But I was already prepared to fight whatever obstacles came. I mean, we had plenty of them. A lot of them are unknown. Everybody see, oh, it's a great track. They're doing that, but it's really a lot comes into running the track. A lot that people unseen. They always think, oh, they're making all this money, they're doing all that. It takes a lot of money and a lot of long hours and dedication to have a track running to the ability that we have it running. You can have a track that they don't care about, open the gates whenever it's an event, then they shows. Everything shows. The way you run it, the way you maintenance your facility, it shows at every event.
I ain't gonna even lie. When you bought the track, I ain't even know you. I was happy though that you.
Because that's what a lot of tracks need. They need people that really is involved with it and know what the racers want. I mean, that's what's wrong with a lot of these tracks now. People just buy them because they see and think there's money involved, and it's really not. You got to really love this sport to really make a track run to the high level. And we doing it with Uh, without a without a Dawson type track. This is a backdoor track. This ain't no big facility. It ain't no
Mm.
multi-million-dollar facility. Don't have them big bleachers, and we don't have all that nice stuff.
Well, okay, first of all, let me just say this respectfully. Y'all, the track is nice because I have been to a lot of tracks all over the country. And I've been to some that I won't say any names, but I've been to some that, no, not at all. But for what it is and where it's located, it is a very nice track.
Yeah,
So
what we had to
I
deal
get
with
what you're
is.
saying. Hmm?
Yeah. For what we have in the location, yeah, it is. It's very nice.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know
But it's
where
gonna
you're
be even
going with it.
nicer. All we plan on doing is making it better.
Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't even know you at the time that y'all bought. You see what this person said? Um, I didn't know you. Well, I still don't know you personally, but I didn't even know who you were at the time that you guys bought the track. But when I heard about it, I was kind of like you. I feel like a lot of tracks need some fresh blood. They need somebody else to come in and have, and like you said, love the sport. Because a lot of people, like you said, they just buy the track or they just own the track. They don't care about what, the events. They don't care about the people that's having the events. They don't care about a whole lot of stuff. And I got to tell you, I have heard nothing but good things about you and and your brother when it comes to being the owners of the track and doing right by people. That's all I've heard.
It's great. That's what we try to do. And
Yeah, I
customer
mean,
service is number one.
say it again.
I said customer service is number one. I mean, if you ain't got that, you can't have no type of business.
Right. Now, you're not going to please everybody,
Nope.
but for the most part, I have heard nothing but positive things about you guys. So that goes a long way because, being in this car and bike world, people will talk crazy about you. But I've heard positive things, and so that goes a long way to me, the things that people say when you're not in the room.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? When you're not there to hear what they're saying. People was like, oh, even before I knew you, they was like, oh, you got to go follow the guys that bought the track. You got to go follow woo the woo. It's his name is, and I felt like I knew you. Like they was telling me, you got to make sure you go follow him. You got to make sure at some point you get him on the show. You got to make sure. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go follow him.
And I seen you a few times, and we already talked and stuff. I guess you didn't know that.
And because you didn't really come off like that. It's for me. I feel like it's easy for people to, how these people are in this world. They try to come off like, oh, I'm such and such, and I got such and such going on, and you know what I'm saying. So even for me, if I talk to you and I didn't know who you was, I feel like that's a positive thing. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when people don't know who you are or what you have, they are their authentic self. So hopefully I made a good impression when you talked to me. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't no ulterior motives. I wasn't talking to him like, oh, I'm talking to the guy that owned the track. So woo de woo. I'm talking to, I'm just talking to somebody because, I like to talk.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised at how many people do come that do know that. And the first few words would be something about the track, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I only like to talk about the track, really. When I go places and stuff like that, I don't like everybody. That's why I always, even if you see me at the track, you probably will hardly tell that I even own the track because I'm never, unless it's something real serious where I got to get involved, I'm never real, like, in the way or want to be noticed.
Well, that's a good thing. You need to teach some of these other folks about not being noticed and not having to always let people know who they are. Because I feel like you said, you get involved when you have to. If you don't have to get involved, that means that that it's running like a finely tuned machine. If you don't really have to get involved a lot.
Right.
So, what's one of the best experience experiences that you've had thus far, being now, like you said, you didn't leave the bike side, but you're more moving towards the car side. What's one of the best experiences that you've had over here on the car side?
As far as best event or something like that.
Well, best event is good, but also the experiences versus the experience on the bike side.
Oh, I ain't seen nothing yet. Not yet. I haven't had an experience yet that
Okay.
outdo some of the things that I did in the bike world.
Mhm.
Cause I mean, I made a name, and I did a lot of type of things where I'll be holding that belt up like CC in that picture. So I did a lot of moments. I had a lot of moments like that. So
You making me want to go to a bike race now.
yeah, I mean, we have fun. We gamble. It's basically the same world inside of a world. It's just you got to love the sport. You know, you got to be into bikes. Same concept. We just maybe 1/3 of the scale, less people.
Well, I tell
But we have
you this: if you
some
do have,
big events. June 21st, 22nd, 23rd, we got a big one in Dawson. That's like our biggest one of the year.
mhm. Well,
We
I
do a
was gonna
few
tell
races.
you if you ever have one in Macon, just send me the flyer and I'm gonna
I'm
come.
cooking
I'm gonna
something
check it
up
out.
that I'm actually cooking something up that is gonna shock the world in September. Hopefully, if everything goes good, I ain't gonna speak on it. And
Okay.
it's involving bikes. So if I make that happen, then that'll be one to see.
Well, I got a show that I'm booked for in September, so if it doesn't clash with that one, I'll come over there and check it out. That's gonna be my first experience going to a bike race, and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna tell you honestly
If
what I
not,
think.
if nothing's 21st, 23rd, which I think y'all do have a show, but
Yeah,
we'll be in Darlington.
of June, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, I might have to check that out, but I know if it's in Macon, I can definitely check it out. So I'm gonna check. I can give you my word. I'm gonna check out a bike event, and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna send you a message and let you know my honestly how I felt about the bike event versus the car event.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep it.
And
I'm
one
gonna
thing
keep it
about the
all the way
bike
a
event,
thousand.
the biker world is more, we all more like a big family, you know. We all know each other. We all kind of like the culture, but mm, we don't get it. We don't get as mean, you know. we don't we don't do all that. But it gets that sometimes it get heated, but you know, yeah.
I be
They live
seeing
it up.
bike
We
stuff
have
on
rules,
YouTube.
you know. We have rules where certain things are not to be talked about or discussed, no matter if it's race talk, no matter if it's a heated talk or you want to kill the next motherfucker or whatever. It's just certain things you don't talk about and you don't discuss. You
Hmm.
need, it's two different worlds. You need, you know, it's a family person and then it's a grudge racing person, and everybody has two different sides to them. So that's one thing people need to learn, to never combine the two. You know, everybody have two lives, especially when you're involved with racing. You have a grudge racing or a racing life, and then you have a at-home life that never should be combined.
One of the guys on my team, Team Carnage, Dez, he's from the bike side, and he always be telling me about the bike side, but I just be like, nah, Dez, I don't know. Like, I'm a car girl. He's like, he just said in the comments, you will love it. I'm like, okay, well, we gonna see.
I mean, we fast now. We fast. We ain't slow
Yeah.
now. I be anybody in the car world, don't world, or whatever, slicks, whatever they got. 8 quarter, it don't matter. But it's just,
Hmm.
it's a whole other world. We spend just as much money too now. These bikes ain't cheap.
Now, that is one thing I did learn about the bikes, because now that I'm moving over towards like, no, you got like a race bike, but I don't know if you know Callie, Country Callie. She used to race her bike, and then I talked to the people who have the like the bikes with the big wheels and stuff on the front. Y'all really spending some money on them bikes. I can't lie, but I'm just more. I'm gonna need some 10 around me. Like I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, you have fun. You just got to go to one that, like the one in Darlington, the one where you can actually see where everybody's going to be.
Well, I might have to check that out. Um, what's one thing you wish you could change about the culture, whether it be bikes or cars or whatever? What's one thing you wish you could change?
Only thing that I wish you would go back to is more gambling. Like, I mean, the meaning of the sport. And when I first came into sport, it was a lot of gambling. Like, now, all you hear, everybody want to scream free shootout, free shootout, free shootout. And
Hmm.
then when they don't show up or somebody don't show up, for example, like how CC said this morning, when he don't show up, everybody get mad. Everybody want to, when he do show up, his car ain't right. Like, just get your machine right and gamble. It ain't
Hmm.
nobody ain't gambling no more. These machines ain't cheap to fix. But ain't nobody helping paying no bills
Right. So you prefer grudge racing to shootouts?
all day.
Yeah.
I
You
like
know,
shootouts. I mean, shootouts make a lot of people race that wouldn't race, but I'm tight, man. Let's get right and do it. Anything can happen in a shootout. Grudge race, you preparing for it. Shootout, you rolling the dice and pray the next man get put out that you can't beat. And would never call him out. Just pray he have a mix up and something happen and he get put out first round. You don't gotta face him.
right. I think okay, so speaking from someone who's been in the big rim racing world for quite some time, I think for us on this side, the shootouts were new and fresh in the beginning because it was a it was like a crapshoot sometimes going to dunk races, and you may see racing or you may not see racing. So at the time that the shootouts were introduced to us, the fans was like, yes, we're gonna have racing. It's gonna be racing. And now um it's a little bit different because and especially for me seeing both sides of it. Like, I manage a whole team of guys in which, you know what I'm saying, I book races for them. So if the guys are going to a shootout and they don't per se have a grudge race, and if they don't win the shootout, which luckily my team has been kicking butt in shootouts all year, um, but if they don't win the shootout, then they just wasted a whole lot of money. They wasted time, they wasted money traveling. In most cases, it's not just them. They got a whole team of people. So now they have wasted all that money and they can't recoup it because they didn't win the shootout. So I'm able to see it from both sides, and I'm pretty sure now you're able to see it from both sides as well. Because are you building a car, or do you have are you a car owner?
Both.
Both. So now you're able to see it from both sides. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be going to races, and if it's a shootout and you don't win, you just, I mean, I just see it from both sides now, which I didn't see it from both sides before.
But that comes with like this. So you gotta love the sport. It's more of a hobby. I see, and that's the thing that I see that I probably will retract my statement. Not the gambling. It'll be more treat the sport like a hobby and not a business. That's the
Hmm.
main thing that the culture does.
You broke up. I'm not sure if I don't know what happened. Oh, I can hear you
All right,
now.
I'm back. That's the main thing that the culture does that I dislike. But I had to see it from both sides. Culture more treat these cars like it's a business.
Hmm.
Like if this car ain't running, I don't get paid.
Hmm.
I don't look at it like that. I look at it like it's my toy. We're gonna go race it. We're gonna have fun. If I don't make $1,
Hmm.
nobody never paid me nothing to pull up nowhere. Everywhere that I
Hmm.
ever went, it's because I wanted to go and I wanted to race and I wanted to go across the motherfucking ass. It wasn't because they gave me 5,000 to pull up and I'm gonna put on a show for the fans. Hell no, fuck the fans. They ain't paying none of these bills.
Right.
They ain't paying these bills. They coming regardless because they like what I do and they like me.
Right.
I I ain't gotta put on the show. If they my true fan, they gonna respect that my car ain't right, and I feel like I can't win. So I ain't gonna go
Right.
out there and hurt it even more. Like CC, if you know your car was hurt, you know it wasn't right. Why would you go out there and put all that pressure on it? What if you'd have blowed them down, piston through the block?
Right.
None of them fans that was whoa. None of them was gonna give you no money.
Right.
They all would have been bashing and say, why you ain't here on the Twins? Where's CC? Why he ain't racing? Because he just blow the piston out of that motherfucker and showing y'all a show at a bullshit ass favorite track. That ain't had nobody go down in a year.
Right.
It don't make no sense. That's what I hate about the course.
Right. I mean, some people have been able to turn it into a full-blown business because that's their business at this point. But then, like you say, it's a lot of them that just see it as a hobby. They have other things going outside of just racing. Now, some of them
And they
only
probably having
that's
more
their.
fun than any rest of them.
Hmm?
And they probably having more fun than all the rest of them that try to treat it as a business. Because treating it as a business is going to stress you. Because when things
Right.
don't go right, you depend on it. Because that's how you pay your bills. That's how you feed your kids.
Right.
But treating it as a hobby, you do it when you can. You do it to have fun. And once it don't become fun no more, you don't do it no more. You don't show your all. You ain't putting your all into it. And it shows.
Right. So, did you have a favorite person or favorite big rim racer before you became a car racer? If so, who was that?
I would say CC. He was my dog before I even met him. I liked him. He reminded me of myself. So that's why I always liked him before I even ever had a conversation with him. Even
How
watching the
did
show and
he
all that. I
remind you
see.
of yourself?
Yeah, because I mean that's how I am. I'm just and it comes. It's harder. I'll say it's not culture wise. I'm saying as far as the world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I always had the backlash. I always had. You had to basically prove them, and when you did do it, there's always someone always gonna say, "I knew he would," regardless if it was something good. You can go marry baddest woman in the world. I knew he was gonna have a bad woman, or you can go have 1,000 babies, or you got the ugliest girl. I knew he'd have an ugly girl. Whatever you do, they always gonna say, "I knew he would." So, I mean, and that's kind of how he reminded me of. That was the type of person I was. I always had to fight against the world, and the same thing in the bike world, same concept. And when he win, he talk shit. I do the same thing. I'm gonna put on the show. I'm act up on the starting line, and I might run behind the bike. It ain't no telling.
Oh yeah, now you definitely make me want to come to a bike race. I feel like I need to come and see you do all that stuff. So I'm a pull up to a bike race. I'm gonna do that.
I'm kind of OG now, so I don't really act up no more. I got a turbo bike, so I don't get a lot of races. But I have a team. I'm still Kill Bill, so I have teammates that we still the top of the food chain right now. We don't want to pass
Oh,
few shootouts we been in, so
oh, you
we the top
sound like
dog.
you might need to come. Sound like you might need to come collaborate with Team Carnage and be the bike side of our team because we've been shootouts this year. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, we had two. We just won one in Orangeburg past weekend. With all three bikes in the winner's circle. The last two shootouts, Virginia, I think that was Maryland. No, Maryland was the last one. Then Orangeburg.
Mm.
Last weekend was in Orangeburg. That would have been one you probably could have went to.
Well, if you could tell people anything about yourself, if this is one thing that you would want them to know, what would it be?
Mm, I don't know. I don't know. You caught me off guard with that one. I gotta think about it. It ain't really nothing that they need to know other than probably what they know and what I show. So I mean, I can tell you anything, but everybody's gonna have their own perspective of someone. You know, everybody gets
Right.
a different me. So I went and some people would tell you I'm an asshole, but some people tell you, man, he cool as fuck. Some people tell you he get the shirt off his back. Some people tell you, fuck him, and never spoke to me. You know, so. You know, a lot of people have different stereotypes for people, and they never even said a word to them. It's just the hate
It's
and the
funny you
envy
said.
that they see what you are capable of doing, and then they see it as competition.
It's funny you said that. I just told somebody today. I think the majority of people get a different version of everybody. Like
Yeah.
where a person would get this, where I'm getting this version of you, there's other person to get this version of you. And the same with me, you're getting this version of me. Other people get another version of me. It's what you got to be at that particular time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
I think that's important for people to know.
And
This
for
is my last question.
all right.
When you're no longer able to be active, what do you want your legacy to be?
Kill Bill Racing. I mean, I support and I pump the brand, which is not even me. It's a whole nother person, but I just know that that's all I did, and it'll be, it's gonna be Kill Bill Racing and Moonshine. I assume, yeah. I mean, I made a name with Heartless, the bike Heartless, but that's old. It's time. It's another. I'll say Moonshine. It will be the bike Moonshine that beat Chris Moore and have the world record of the fastest bike in the world.
What?
Yeah, that's gonna be my legend. The world's fastest bike,
So
no bar. World's fastest, no bar. Let me put that there. Not a pro mar. A world's fastest, no
I'm,
bar.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't know what that means. What that means?
Don't have a bar in the back.
Oh, the
No
little
wheelie
thing.
bar.
Okay, got
No
it.
wheelie bar. Yeah. Like no pro mar
Um,
you see on TV or none of that.
you're making this sound really interesting. Now I really feel like I gotta really, really pull up to a bike race. Not that Dez ain't been trying to convince me the whole time, but I'm definitely going to have to pull up now.
There's no what's up.
All right, where's the next place we can catch you racing? I know you said you'll
I try
be
to be there this weekend. If not, I know Sunday I will be at Dope Girl Nay event in Walterboro, South Carolina. So I'm trying
Oh
to
yeah,
actually
I'll be there as well.
I'm finishing my bike up right now just so I can ride it. I don't really care about the cars no more. I'm working on this bike.
So I'll be there as well. I'm gonna be at both. I'll be at DNL versus the World Saturday, and then I'll be at Nate. I just told her I was gonna pull up Sunday and support, so I'll get to see you there. So I knew you were busy. I just wanted to make sure that I got you on so I can make sure that I was able to let the fans hear from you. And then what's the next event that you'll be having are you having any events coming up at the motorsports park, or is there anything that you would like to promote while we're still here?
Well, we do have that free 20,000 all steel, all glass shootout July 3rd, I think. July 1st weekend.
Hmm.
All steel, all glass, 20,000 free entry. The one that we have coming up at the Rick Ross show, we got 5,000 to the G bodies on slicks, 2,500 to hard tires, 2,500 to new gens. We got Lynn from Turkey Leg Hut. He will be in the building with his Demon and all his cars. He said he's gonna race somebody. He just ain't found out who yet. Said he might call Coke Boy out, so I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll see. But he will be there. His food truck will be there. We have ever since we dropped him yesterday, numerous of people hit my phone about vendors, different type of food people, cake people. Like, it's going crazy. My phone been dead all day. I'm hooked to the charger right now.
Okay, so if they want to hit you up about vending at the event, what do they do? Just hit you in your DM, or how do they contact you?
Yep, you can contact me in my DM, or you can hit the DM of the track page. Either or. It's a track phone number actually on the Facebook page. You can call that number. Hit my brother's DM. It's not hard. It's a lot of people know how to get up with me. My business number is posted everywhere, so you always can hit that. If it's a will for the way, if you're serious and really want to do it, you'll find out how to get up with me. It's thousands of people that know me.
Well, sir, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule because I know you are super busy. I almost thought, I was like, I know he's busy. I might have to catch him another time. But you
No,
were
I've
like,
been
no,
hollering
we
in the shop the
don't.
whole time. Y'all keep up with the time. Let me know. I gotta go. I gotta get out this booth. I come running through while I go, CC. Where you going? I'm going outside.
Well, like I said, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule because I know you're trying to get ready for events and you got things going on. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give you back the rest of your time, and I appreciate you sitting down with us today.
All right. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
So guys, that was Boosted Bob. If you guys of Kill Bill Racing, if you guys missed any of today's episode of Rising Vibes, make sure you click the link in my bio and subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out all the past episodes of Rising Vibes. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of Rising Vibes. Have a great day.